We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Bam. Closure Encounters is the third episode of the second season of Quantum Leap, and while the second episode was more or less filler, the third episode has brought things back to kind of an interesting vantage point as Ben is transported into the body of an agent from Operation Sign, a government agency responsible for investigating the claims of the paranormal, specifically aliens and UFOs in the late 40s. Aliens. Okay, well, I mean, it fits right in with the current fascination with aliens and government cover-ups and everything that's been going on in the news these days. Last year, there was an episode on demonic possession that turned out to be more science than fiction, and this year we have aliens that again turn out to be more science than fiction. And you know, it was well done for what it was. I did get some flashbacks to some of my favorite alien films and TV shows while watching this episode, even though I knew that they would eventually conclude that it was something very practical and they would explain it away. I did have to laugh a little bit when they showed the alien of the episode, which was the dark entity, basically the three green glowing eyes that turned out to be night vision goggles. Now look, night vision goggles don't look or operate like that unless you are in the middle of a 90s sci-fi film or earlier. If they did, they would be incredibly useless for soldiers that prefer to remain undetected in the dark, especially with giant glowing eyes. I did like that they connected these strange people to Area 51. That was a nice little nod, but past that, I wouldn't put a lot of strength on this episode for a series perspective, other than the inclusion of the Hannah character that definitely seems to be this year's variation of Richard Martinez. Not necessarily in an evil way, maybe, who knows, but more so in a potentially recurring role within the Leaps themselves. I don't know how exactly, and maybe I'm looking at it too deeply, but the fact that she knows a lot about science, one, the fact that Ben went back to see her at the end of the episode, they had to write that in, two, and three, she specifically said, don't say goodbye, only see you later. That all seems to suggest that she's coming back. In what capacity? I don't know. Maybe as an old lady, maybe as a leaper herself, I'm not sure. But she definitely has a bigger role this season. I'm calling it now. I will say, however, 3 episodes in, I'm significantly low on theories. Last year, it was theory after theory after theory, never ending, making for a lively discussion for my videos. Half of my reviews usually went through my thoughts on each episode, while the second half of the reviews often dealt with any theories that I had, or theories that my audience had, etc. But because most of these episodes are primarily playing out normally and kind of procedural, there's not really a ton to discuss. On one hand, the original show didn't have a ton of seasonal arcs either, but on the other, I'm finding this season harder and harder to talk about. It's not a terrible range of episodes, mind you, or stories by any means, but they need to start introducing something new for this season, or I might not continue to make video reviews. That's all I have to say about that, but maybe you guys have more insight. I was technically able to see all 3 episodes before October. So if you guys have been commenting at all on my videos or talking about any of the theories that you might have, I haven't seen them yet, but I will, so keep them coming and maybe I'll go through all of them in a future video when I get the chance. Until then, leave your thoughts on this episode in the comment section down below. What do you think the deal is with Hannah? As for YouTube, you guys know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe button, and bell to be notified when I come out with my next review. And until then, peace!